Hello. Good morning. How's everyone doing? Richard, good morning. Dennis, Steven, Nathan, Pam, I see you, Pam. John, Raymond, Mike, Rick, Killian, Jeff, Rob, Raghav, Ken, Tom, Brett. Hey, you know what? There's gonna be a time where it's just too many of you for me to say hi at the beginning of these shows. So, uh, good morning or afternoon or whatever. I still need more coffee. I got the coffee cup right here. There's actually coffee in it. It's not an illusion this time, I promise. We got a pretty good one today. We just kind of pieced together some stuff. The Romper Room Magic Mirror. Hey, you know what? I do have this solarium behind me is my kids' little play area. So it's kind of being multi-purposed right now. But so anyhow, we got a good show today. We're going to talk about some community updates, some exciting community updates, actually. And then we're going to talk about some product news, some JumpCloud open positions that we have. And then we're going to go into the IT hot seat. We still ain't seen the pupper. He's sleeping. I will grab him. Someone remind me. I will grab him out of his kennel at the end of the show. And then we'll go through the IT hot seat. The IT hot seat's pretty good. We're going to do a rapid fire again. Obviously, the best comment is going to win. It's going to be a mystery prize. One, because I didn't ask Blair to get a prize for the show ahead of time. And so she hasn't got back to me yet because she's probably like, wait, your emergency, your problem is not my emergency. But anyway, which is fine. I do the same thing. So we'll get you something good. So whoever the winner is going to get some kind of JumpCloud swag. Things such as like a flashlight or maybe even a USB flash drive or something. We don't know. I will figure it out. It'll get you there. So my name is Ben Garrison. I am the technical champion here at JumpCloud. And this is the IT Hour main show. And we're going to first start off with Becky. Now, I do want to say if anybody wants to come on stage, you can come on stage and you can chit chat and you can talk and you can joke around with me. That's what we are here for. Just know that if you do that, this is recorded. So your voice, your face, your likeness, everything will be recorded and posted on the interwebs for everyone to consume. So if you don't consent to that, please do not come on stage and or disconnect now from the session. That was my little legal spiel. So Becky, community update for you.
All right. All right. So if this is your first time here, you haven't seen me before, I'm Becky Scott. I'm the senior manager of technical community here at JumpCloud. I get to run all of our community efforts, and you've probably seen our teasers where we've been talking about community this, community that. It's coming. It's coming. Well, guess what? It's here.
I thought you were going to say it's still coming. I was like, oh no, that's
it's here. So if you're in the lounge, you've already seen the spoilers, but if you are not, it's here. It's still kind of in beta as we continue to roll out content, but people are in the community. They are actually posting, asking questions, posting content, answering questions. Ben's in there. He's been dying to post like crazy. And guess what? We don't do a lot of screen sharing, but I'm gonna do it. Okay.
All
I
right.
need to embiggen this because otherwise I'm gonna be sharing a million screens here. Here we go. So I have an extra wide screen, so you're gonna see an extra wide thing here. But here we are. This is ta-da! JumpCloud community. I'll zoom in a little bit for just a second here. This is our community. It is live and ready to go. You can read, you can browse around without registering, but you can also go in and register if you like. We don't ask for a lot, just your whatever screen name you want to use, your name and email. We've got an area for JumpCloud products, but that is not all. You can talk about IT topics. You can talk about career. There's a community news area as well. And you can go to town. You can go in and talk about several different IT topics, hardware, software, all those things. You can read about it. I won't give you a complete guided tour because we have a lot of fun things to talk about today. But we are really excited to share. We're going to have a lot of fun. I will put the link in the chat. Please come join us. We're very excited to have you. We want this to be an industry place for everybody to talk about more than just JumpCloud. But you are welcome to talk about JumpCloud as well, of course, because that's what we do and what we love. It's really quick and easy to register. You just click the little person up in the right-hand corner. It'll ask you a couple questions. Really simple. But we are very excited. If you couldn't tell, it's going to be a lot of fun. Again, we will remind you, if you're in the lounge, it's not going away. This is complimentary to it. This is longer term storage for longer conversations, for scripts and solutions, templates, fun things. So don't worry, we're not going anywhere. We're very excited. I think that's enough. Right, Ben?
Yeah. Oh, I'm super excited. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head with that. The Slack Lounge is not going away, which, by the way, if you want to join the Slack Lounge, you're not in the Slack Lounge. It's the green button right there at the bottom of the screen. And the Slack Lounge is great if you need those real time, hey, I'm in this situation, this is what's going on, and you need some help and it's getting pointed in the right direction. But the community is more designed for the longer form, doesn't require like an immediate answer, or you're not kind of in the immediate weeds. But it's a place that we can always just go back to and look back and say, hey, somebody posted about this 6 months ago and we had a resolution, we had an answer from it. We had someone who was, core certified or whatever, who answered this particular question, and this the answer for it. And that's going to really help out, especially when you start thinking about, how many times we get the same questions about Office 365 or an SSO application. I'm hoping that we can start to build that kind of database within this community. So that way, when people do have those questions in the lounge, we can direct them to the materials that we've already discovered, and then also just offer real-time peer-to-peer help. So I am super excited for it. Cool.
Yes, very much. Very, very much.
All right. So moving on, because I don't know. We should have said that for last, because that was probably the coolest part of the whole show. All right. Well, everyone, thanks for coming. Have a good day. I can't top that. Just kidding. All right. So JumpCloud product news updates. That's my segment jingle. So we have recently released the better feedback loop on feedback requests, which I've been at JumpCloud now for 2 years. 2 years. It seems like it was just yesterday. And my biggest complaint, and a lot of your biggest complaints, was the fact that, hey, I submit a feedback request and it just kind of goes into the ether, or at least I feel that it just kind of goes into ether. I'll tell you that being on the inside and actually seeing all those feedback requests or feature requests, they actually do make it into the product. Oftentimes they do make it to a Jira board or a card. And I think that that's amazing. But now we actually have the better feedback loop on feature requests. They will even start to implement feature request notes into the deliverable. There's always one word every show. Deliverables in future releases. So if you have a great feature request and we actually end up making it and putting it into the product, that's going to be notated that this came from a feature request within the community and from our admins. Plus, it also streamlines the ability for people like myself, employees, to actually go and submit feedback or feature requests as well. So keep the feedback coming in the information, because we use that to actually build the product that you use every single day. So,
and I just talked to Suba just the other day, and we have some plans down the road for community-led stuff around that too. So stay tuned. Keep submitting your stuff, because we will incorporate more as we go down the road. So,
oh yeah,
keep at it.
It's going to be amazing. Okay. And also, this is probably, okay, everyone right now, I want you to take a sip of your coffee, and I want you just to enjoy this one. This one was kind of a quiet release. This is why I do this. The things that don't get the huge fanfare, like patch management or, conditional access, those kind of things. But this one was more of a quiet release. So if you have users that are not currently managed by Active Directory, or you onboard your users and you're not using Active Directory, they're not being managed, you now have the ability to stage those users. Yes, staged users. I know, it's so cool, and it's taken us a while, but we finally got there. But so what that means is that you can easily identify users needing to be onboarded and assign the resources they will require without granting access until their start date. Now, I will say, I went in there and I played with it. It's got a little work. This is a foundational deployment, right? So it allows you to set up default statuses on how a user is created. So if you create it manually or through an API, this is really cool. Manual or through an API, you can default it to be in a pending or a staged status, which is great when you start thinking about all the implementations with, like, say, Bamboo HR or Fresh Service or anything else that you're actually automating into JumpCloud to create users. You can default that to a staged user status, which is amazing, right? Now, future improvements, iterative improvements of value, right? This is a foundational work. We're going to start working on the full automation of onboarding. So enabling features such as like scheduled activation, right? To automate the onboarding, having them schedule for a specific date and a specific time. That's going to be the next step of this. But for right now, I just kind of want to really just accept the fact that we got staged users, because that's huge. And you can actually click a little button. You can see all your staged users. So that's an actual status. So if you had an onboarding class that you're coming in and you knew they were all starting at one time, you can write just a little PowerShell script that says grab all stage users and make them active. Beep, boop, boop, bop.
Monday morning. Boop, boop.
And they're done. Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to get off of that. I'm a nerd, so I'm going to nerd out. Okay. So I had our recruiters put in some job openings. We got a bunches, 3 of them, which is still bunches. We got more than that, but these are the ones that she really wanted me to talk about. So jumpcloud.com/careers is the place to go to see all the job postings. I'm going to say right now, I've worked here for 2 years. I love it. It's a fantastic company. We are a remote forward organization, great benefits. I get to hang out with people like Becky all the time and Tom Bridge. So if you like that company of people, this is where JumpCloud needs to be. Or you need to be at JumpCloud. So we do have a business support systems team is currently hiring for a NetSuite developer. This position helps automate the essential business processes that surround our SaaS application. So you can definitely check that out. We have the pre-sales engineering team is rapidly expanding our sales functions across the APAC region to be based in Singapore or Australia. We are looking for someone with 3+ years of experience in technical sales engineering with strong knowledge of cloud SaaS technologies. I think I might have to move to Australia. Thoughts, chat? All right.
Time zone.
IT hour is going to have to change a little bit, but and then we have our newly launched. I don't know if we're going to have someone talk about it on the IT hour, but we did launch our professional services offering, which is really cool. I like it a lot. Our newly launched professional services team has just landed an opportunity for an Active Directory migrations engineer. So if you know Active Directory and you're really good at that and you want to come help migrate people off of Active Directory, because why are they still on it? Let's just be real. I'm just kidding. If you're on it, more power to you. But if you want to come off of it, we have the resources available for you. But if you're an engineer and you want to help people come off of Active Directory and migrate over to JumpCloud, we have a great position there for you. So again, that website is jumpcloud.com/ that's this way, or I don't know, however it looks on your screen, .com. Australia, where even the dirt tries to kill you. Actually, Rob, funny story. No, wait, that's New Zealand. Never mind. I was going to say, interesting fact, New Zealand doesn't have any animals that can kill you.
Everything in Australia tries to kill you.
Everything. The wind. All right. Cool. All right. So moving on. Now we are about ready to launch. Oh, I just want to say, hey, Meetup group is going strong. If you're here and you're in the DC area and you have been coming to our Meetup group, that is a fantastic meetup. They're going to start doing meetups in person. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. I love seeing that just kind of kick off and just come from, from the roots all the way up to where it's at now. So a huge shout out. I think she's here. I see her. Yeah. Alexa, huge shout out to Alexa. I think I just fired off my, for starting that up and being the mastermind behind all that. And huge shout out to Tom Bridge as well, for leading that DC group. And if you are in an area that you feel can benefit from an IT admin meetup group, and you need some resources and some help getting that going, please reach out to community@jumpcloud.com. And we will make sure that we can talk about how we can potentially help you and sponsor you in becoming part of our IT admin network and sponsor a meetup group in your area. So that's what we want to try and do.
Yes, and shout out to Pam, because yes, the Chicago one is equally as awesome thanks to her efforts in helping get those going. So yes, thank you, Pam. And she mentioned it on the webinar yesterday as well. So that was pretty cool.
All right. So is everyone ready for the snark? Okay. Put your snark hat on. Do I have
all right, snark? Rob, we're counting on you because he's already trying in the chat.
Rob, I need you to warm up your snark hat. Everyone else, get your snarky capabilities built up here. We're going to go into the IT hot seat. So this is your first time here. The hot seat is basically I peruse the internet the days leading up to the IT Hour main show, and I find news clippings or articles that I find interesting, just interesting, not even relevant, just interesting, right? And our job is to come up with snarky comments or just comments in general, right? About the actual topics. It could be funny, it could be wholesome. But we just kind of looking to be funny with it. So, and if you also have some IT articles or some articles that find newsworthy, please let me know in the Slack lounge. Cool. All right. So first off, we were going to do some talking about Apple, but I'm tired of talking about Apple, but I would be amiss if I didn't at least bring up one topic about Apple. Apple's 27-inch iMac just completely disappeared from the Apple Store last night. And I find this personally to be kind of like just Apple fashion, right? So it's definitely a marketing move. It's a business decision. So, hey, you dropped the 27-inch iMac and then you launched the Mac Studio, which starts at $19.99. And then you need a display to go along with it. So you introduced the 27-inch Studio at $1,600, right? So now your total up front becomes $36.
Same price, right, Ben?
No. That doubled the price of an iMac 27-inch. Now, granted, in all fairness, you are kind of getting double the machine, right? They took two M1 processors and sandwiched them together on this new layer. And it's, I don't know any of the benchmarks or haven't seen the performance, but yes, you are getting a 27-inch, Retina display, 5K Retina display, and a beast of a machine. But that just kind of ups the ante on an entry level, right?
That's not a student price though. Okay, so I just got my son an iMac for Christmas because his laptop was from 2014. Bad mom. So that's not a student entry price at all. I mean, there's no way that you can get in at that level, right? So that, I guess if you want to go 24-inch iMac, you can do that. But so that bar went from here to here on affordability. Yes, you get more power, but you just made it harder for people to get in.
And I also just think about the graphic design students and the people who are in college and that kind of stuff. They have a college discount, but it's to Jeff's point, 24 inches for a graphic design student, that's kind of small, right? You want that 27-inch, you want that screen estate is what I call it, to be able to multitask and do those kind of things. So I don't know. I understand there's business decisions to be made. I just don't agree with it. So a couple comments that we have here. How do you like them apples?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this is when during this discussion, size matters. One of the only times we can say that and get away with it.
Poof by Jeff. Yep. 20 Wingard iMac Leviosa. Yes, there we go. It's Leviosa.
We had the same thing.
It's Leviosa. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Moving on. This isn't really tech news, but I thought it was cool anyway. Nintendo is launching their theme park coming to Universal Studios in Hollywood. So I might have to make a vacation to
No, wait,
Universal
Hollywood,
Studios.
Florida, or
California. Yeah,
Oh.
California. So the Nintendo theme park. What I'm hoping for is like a Mario Kart court. You have to like drive like a Mario Kart and you can throw things at people. That's what I would hope for.
And hit the turtle and like push it into people. That would be so cool.
I want to throw the red and the blue shells at people. That's what I want to do.
So I have a buddy who recently left community at a data company to go work for Nintendo, and that was like his dream job, to get to go run stuff there for software development.
That'd be nice. JumpCloud meetup opportunity in Nintendo. You know what, Jeff? Alexa, if you're taking notes, let's make that happen. And then I need to go. It's a career development thing for me. And then Rob Lyons. And then Rob, wah, wee. Perfect. All right, moving on to something more serious. Got to get serious.
Okay.
Android users no longer have to wait for the ability to receive reaction replies from iMessage users. So I wrote something, or I mentioned something a while back about how Google was going after iPhone and saying that if you don't have iMessage, Apple is kind of bullying you, right? And the whole article went on to say, like if you didn't have iMessage and you didn't have the little blue screen when you came up, then people were less likely to talk to you or whatever. Well, anyhow, now what'll happen is when a friend texts your Android smartphone from your iPhone, you'll be able to see their reactions in your messages instead of just another thing that says so-and-so liked your message, right? Unfortunately, that's the extent of the parity between Android and iPhone. Since iMessage doesn't use RCS, Android folks can't send high-resolution video to iPhone users. So to get around that, Google added Photos integration into the Messages app so that you can drag and drop photos and videos from a trip without leaving the screen. This sends an external link, though, to the Google Photos rather than an attached media. So again,
that explains it, because my mom has an Android phone, and I swear I'm like, why am I getting links to photos instead of it just being? It's so annoying.
But then that opens up the question of like, I'm thinking like spam, like hackers, right? Phishing, right? Like if Google is now saying, hey, we're going to send you links to photos, someone can easily just mimic that and be like, oh yeah, see this?
Oh, it's from my mom. I'm just going to click this link because she's sending me a photo.
I'm going to spoof a phone number, and then I'm going to send you a link that looks like a Google photo link, but it's actually going to be something else. I don't know. I shouldn't put that in the universe, but
well, so you can preview. You can press and hold down on an iMessage and do a preview. But a lot of the times, hey, this is coming from mom. I'm not going to think of that to like hold and it'll say open in Safari.
Exactly.
Because I'm not going to remember to do that.
People click links from their mothers on their Android phones. Gasp.
No, this is on my iPhone from my mom's Android. Are you crazy? No.
I'm surprised it was like people open their messages from their mom. I'm kidding. I open my messages from my mom.
My mom actually texts because she knows I hate answering the phone.
People gave their mother their Android phone number.
I can't get my parents. My parents are scared of Apple. They don't know.
That's funny.
They don't know how to use it. That's a whole other story.
All right. So going into next topic. So a little more IT related now. Google. Well, I mean, I guess that's still IT related, right? Because it's interesting. In case somebody asks you why they're getting these links, make sure that you know the answer to that. So Google, people gave parents Android phones to begin with. Yep. All right. So Google acquires cybersecurity firm Mandiant. I'll be honest with you. I haven't heard of Mandiant before. Maybe that just kind of shows what type of circles that I walk in. So the all cash transaction is valued at approximately $5.4 billion, inclusive of Mandiant's net cash, and will see Mandiant join the Google Cloud. Mandiant is set. What?
We're in the wrong business. We need to create a startup that somebody's going to buy.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Mandiant.
love JumpCloud. We love
We love
JumpCloud, but I mean,
JumpCloud,
like,
yeah.
we need to start a side business.
No side hustle. Mandiant is said to bring real-time and in-depth threat intelligence gained on the front lines of cybersecurity with the largest organizations in the world, combined with Google Cloud's cloud-native security offerings. The acquisition will help enterprises globally stay protected at every stage of the security life cycle. Hashtag side hustle from Jeff. Tom with the boo. Okay. I ain't getting into that mess. My mom thinks I don't know what the right click is on a mouse. That's funny. My first time, my mom once said that she needs to just turn the computer off and let it think and let it just like relax for a little bit because it was stressed out. And I was like, you know what? That's actually, yeah.
Why not?
Turn it off and let it sit for a while.
I literally had to 1,500 miles away. I had to sit on the phone with my dad and my uncle and talk them through setting up Apple CarPlay in my uncle's new truck because they couldn't get it to work. I said, did you try turning it off and turning it back on?
Yep.
It literally worked.
Yeah, it always does.
Turning
PRN.
the truck off and back on and the phone off and back on and then cycling both of those and it worked.
PRN, JumpCloud pivots to internet security. Yes, Rob, you're right. She is not wrong. I mean, obviously, turning it off, turning it back on is a troubleshooting step. So she just didn't know that, and the reasoning for it was just funny. Dennis with some insights here. Mandiant acquisition is huge for government entities, state and federal. That's good to know, especially with the Google Cloud's offering. So good to know.
That's an interesting comment about the compromise a company such as Mandiant and its integrity.
Partnership between them may compromise a company such as Mandiant and its integrity. We'll have to look into that. Yep. What's so bad? I can tell you on Ford Sync, hold seek right and power. It'll reboot the radio.
Well, apparently Ford is now charging for navigation. So they wanted to use their Apple phone and either Apple Maps or Google Maps. So that was why they were wanting to get around that. I didn't know that.
So next topic was a little bit of clickbait. I got clickbaited, chat. I got clickbaited, but not really. So the title read, in an evolving cloud world, Azure passes AWS. I was like, oh, I got to read this. So it goes on to say that, reliance on cloud is growing rapidly and with some surprising new trends. Most notably, Microsoft Azure seems to be either closing the gap or has slightly surpassed Amazon Web Services with some users. Key there, some users. Specifically, Azure appears to have passed AWS in the percentage of enterprises using it. So 80% Azure versus 77% AWS, meaning public or private sector organizations with 1,000 or more employees. So looks like Azure, like I had mentioned before in a couple of other topics, is that they're, Microsoft is investing heavily into their Azure infrastructure. And they are really committed to getting everybody on Azure AD. So only because Office licenses are included. Office licenses and Microsoft licensing. I'd be interested to see how many people actually have hired a Microsoft licensing specialist in their life. Windows percentage and corporations. That's a good question, Mike. Free Office apps is a big reason to have Office 365 or whatever they're calling it this week. Yeah. I agree. So my domain, I'm not going to lie. My domain that I have for my website, I'm not going to plug it because I'm not that cringe, but I do run Office 365 on the back end. And that's when I actually set up my SSO integration from JumpCloud into Office 365. I went that route because, like Rob pointed out, the applications I feel are better than Google's. Even Google's like one sheet and all the cool commenting and everything still doesn't do it for me. So I like the apps better. Cool. Oh, so Jeff, you have in a previous life, you've have to hire a Microsoft licensing specialist. Yeah, that would be fun to have to manage that. All right, cool. Moving on. Next topic. AWS launches customer carbon footprint tool. Okay, this one is actually a long one, so bear with me. Customers can calculate the environmental impact of their AWS workloads with the new customer carbon footprint tool. That's a mouthful. This new tool uses easy to understand data visualizations to provide customers with their historical carbon emissions, evaluate emission trends as their use of AWS evolves, approximate the estimated carbon emissions they have avoided by using AWS instead of an on-prem data center, and review forecasted emissions based on current use. When I was reading this article, I kept thinking about NFTs. That's all I kept thinking about was NFTs. So I wonder if we're going to actually have some quantifiable data around the emissions surrounding NFT generation. Rob, plus on the Mac, you get a choice of Outlook or Thunderbird. I'll take Outlook. Hey, I switched to Linux. I'm running Thunderbird. Actually, I'm really not. I'm using web-based email still, Rob.
I haven't run Thunderbird in a really long time. Like really long. I can't remember last time.
It's not too bad. So it's interesting that it's really interesting that AWS is launching a way to be able to look at the carbon footprint. Be interested to see if we can actually get some quantifiable data around the NFT generations.
I wonder if AWS has run the numbers on the carbon footprint of launching a rocket up into the air for a few minutes and then letting it come back down.
It's all done
and
with
then offset that.
Thunderbird is i8, but has no management features that I can find. You're right; it doesn't have any management features. Okay, so AWS Private 5G. Now, this wasn't really news. This was more just something that I thought was actually kind of cool. So AWS Private 5G is a managed service that makes it easy to deploy, operate, and scale your own private cellular network with all required hardware and software provided by AWS. So if you have the money and you want to have your own cell phone network, AWS has got your back. Hashtag awkward with the CEO on board. LOL. I wonder if they've done the carbon footprint of all the hot air Bezos puts out. I mean,
more than all the cows combined.
Potentially.
Yeah, that might be more. All the methane. It might be comparable.
Could be comparable. All right. Last but certainly not least, the Google Community Security Analytics, CSA. CSA is a set of foundational security analytics designed to provide organizations with a rich baseline of pre-built queries and rules that they can readily use to start analyzing their Google Cloud logs, including cloud audit logs, VPC flow logs, DNS logs, and more using cloud native or third-party analytics tool. The source code, however, is provided as is without warranty.
Oh, can we put that disclaimer on the community? Provided as is without warranty.
The Community Security Analytics base code is provided as is without warranty. I will say that again. So if you want to go get really cool pre-built query rules that can help you analyze your Google Cloud logs, go do that. It's an open repository on GitHub. It's the Community Security Analytics, and it's provided as is without warranty.
Ooh,
I feel like
what
is CSA equals? Oh goodness gracious! I'm not gonna say that out loud.
I feel like there's something else that CSA stands for, like community. Like I've seen them for like community, like farming things and stuff. Where there's like
what was that?
Those community boxes where you get like I can't remember what it is.
Well, Mike, yeah, to your point, what was that? What was the acronym what was the domain that we were thinking about before for community? And then we looked it up, like the acronym for it, and it was like some type of addiction group of some sort. And so we decided not to go with that one.
It was like, it had AA in it of some sort, like ATAA, because we were going to do all access, but we were going to abbreviate it, and then we were like, no.
So community, just
thank you. Yes, community supported agriculture, a CSA box,
there we go.
where you would get like a box each week of different vegetables and stuff from local farms. And that's what community support agriculture. I like that acronym better.
All right. So that wraps up the hot seat. Admins Anonymous. Yep. I feel like Rob, I feel you. I think we should.
We might need a board for that.
Yeah. We need to
or Snark Anonymous.
We need to workshop that one. All right. Scrolling up here in the chat. Let's see. Hashtag side hustle.
Do we have any votes?
Any votes? Let's see.
Does anyone already have like something in mind that they think was the winner?
Yeah. Let's see. Did you restart the thing? It's a good comment from Mike here. I'm going to start copying comments, create a poll. What's your question? Let's see. Best comment. All right. So answers. Did you restart the thing? You can tell.
I don't know. Did you restart the thing was a
pretty
piggyback
good
comment. I don't know if we can count that.
They've done carbon footprint of all the hot air that Bezos put out. We're going to put that one in there. I'm going to copy Mike's because that one was good. All right. Visible. Add. Visible.
Let's see.
All right. Hit the votes. Hit the votes for the best comment during the hot seat. It's in the little poll section. Do it. I'll wait. I will wait. I'm getting paid for this, by the way, so. Oh, we got some votes coming in. All right. Okay.
3 votes, 4 votes, 5.
Come on. We have 26 people here. We can do better than that. Let's go. By the hour. No, I wish, Mike. I wish. We'll give this a couple of moments. So while we wait for everyone to vote in, I just want to say I really appreciate everyone coming and supporting this effort that we're doing. I want to make sure that this show and this content is what everyone wants to watch and see and consume and enjoy. So please don't hesitate to reach out to community@jumpcloud.com about this show for any comments or suggestions or feedback. You can also take to the community board as well at community.jumpcloud.com. You can also direct message me or go to the IT Hour Show Slack channel as well, and you can provide your feed. So it's just several ways of providing your input and your feedback so we can continue to keep growing this and making this a community effort so we can have good conversations around the topics that you all want to talk about. So otherwise, you're just going to hear me talking. Go ahead.
Yeah, and you can answer as many questions as you want on the community too. Don't be shy. You all have lots of great knowledge, and we welcome you answering things.
So it looks like the winner chicken dinner is, did you restart the thing? So Mike James, I will reach out to you with the email that you have here for Crowdcast and with your contact information, and I will send you out some mystery swag. And when you get that, if you wouldn't mind sharing that on the social medias, if you do that and tagging us, so that way we know what you got, because I won't know. So
that was tag us, not antagonize us. Just to be clear,
you can antagonize us too.
You can antagonize Ben all you want.
I don't respond to those things. I just look at him and laugh and then drink my coffee. So thanks everyone so much for coming, and I hope everyone has a blessed weekend. And you take some time off and take some time to rest and recover, because I know that you win 10 Bezos. A little late there, Tom.
Come on, Tom. You could have won the whole shebang.
I hope everyone has a blessed weekend and get some rest and relaxation, because I know that we all work hard all week long, and I hope to provide a little bit of relief to that. So again, thank you so much. Have a good day. Cheers.
Thanks, everyone.
Please subscribe and check out more content from us.